You think you know the Borzoi. You've seen the viral memes, the long snouts, and the elegant runway model strut. But behind that aristocratic facade lies a bizarre, almost alien reality that breeders and owners guard like a state secret. Getting a Borzoi isn't just adopting a dog. It is inviting a beautiful, unpredictable cryptid into your home. If you are even considering bringing one of these majestic Russian wolfhounds into your life, you need to hear this important warning first. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. They are silent thieves. You might expect a giant dog to be clumsy, knocking over lamps and announcing their presence with heavy thuds. Not the Borzoi. These creatures possess the stealth of a highly trained ninja. Owners constantly report turning their backs for a mere second, only to find an entire roasted chicken has vanished from the kitchen counter. There is no crash, no hurried chewing, just an empty plate and a dog looking completely innocent on the sofa. Their elongated necks act like extending robotic arms, allowing them to swipe food from unimaginable heights without making a single sound. You will never leave food unattended again. It is a terrifyingly elegant robbery. Number 9. Their prey drive is a dormant volcano. Most of the time, your Borzoi will act like a plush rug, barely opening an eye when you walk by. But the moment they spot a squirrel, a plastic bag blowing in the wind, or a neighbor's tiny dog, that rug turns into a heat-seeking missile. They go from 0 to 40 miles per hour in seconds, and if you are holding the leash casually, you are going for a very painful ride. Owners secretly nurse dislocated shoulders and rope burns because this switch flips without any warning bark or growl. It is an explosive burst of pure predatory instinct hidden beneath a lazy exterior. Number 8. The famous snout is actually a weapon. Everyone laughs at the "let me do it for you" memes, but living with that nose is a hazard. Borzoi use their incredible snouts like battering rams to get what they want. You will be sitting peacefully on the toilet or lying in bed, and suddenly a cold, bony wedge will forcefully pry your hands apart or violently shove your arm out of the way for pets. They do not nudge. They spear. It feels like being jabbed with a furry pool cue. Many owners have suffered bruised ribs or a sudden, shocking strike to the groin just because their dog wanted some immediate affection. Number 7. They are fiercely independent, to the point of insult. If you want a dog that hangs on your every word and lives to please you, get a golden retriever. Borzoi view training as a polite suggestion they usually decline. You will give a command and they will simply stare through you, processing the request, weighing the benefits, and ultimately deciding you are not worth the effort. It is not stupidity, it is weaponized stubbornness. They understand exactly what you want, but unless there is a high-value piece of cheese involved, they will walk away. Living with a Borzoi feels less like owning a pet and more like having a very judgmental roommate. Number 6. The Borzoi Scream will chill your blood. Despite their overall quiet nature, when a Borzoi decides to vocalize discomfort, they do not simply whine or bark. They unleash a high-pitched, human-like shriek that sounds like a Victorian ghost being murdered. If they step on a tiny pebble, if you brush a tangle in their fur, or if they just feel slightly inconvenienced, they will scream. Owners have had neighbors call the police thinking a terrible crime was taking place, only to explain that their giant dog simply did not want to get out of the car. It is dramatic, horrifying, and happens over the most hilariously minor inconveniences you can possibly imagine. Number 5. Their sleeping positions defy anatomy. You will walk into your living room and experience a brief moment of sheer panic, convinced your dog is broken. Borzois sleep on their backs with their incredibly long legs twisted into geometric shapes that should mathematically snap their spines. We call it roaching, but it looks like a crime scene involving a furry pretzel. Their eyes roll back into their heads, their lips flop open to reveal terrifying teeth, and they breathe like rusty chainsaws. It is an incredibly disturbing sight for the uninitiated, and no matter how many times you see it, You will still occasionally poke them just to make sure they are actually alive. Number 4. They shed like a disintegrating cloud. You look at their silky coats and think they might be manageable. That is a lie. Twice a year, a Borzoi will blow their coat in a catastrophic event that will cover every square inch of your life in fine, floating hair. It weaves itself into your clothes, your carpets, and your meals. You will find Borzoi hair in your butter. You will find it in your sealed coffee containers. Vacuuming becomes a daily religion, and your vacuum will eventually surrender and die. Owners just accept that dog hair is now a permanent condiment and a primary fabric in their wardrobe. There is no escaping the fluff. Number 3. They have absolutely no spatial awareness. You have a 100-pound dog shaped like a giraffe and they genuinely believe they are the size of a teacup chihuahua? They will attempt to sit on your lap, inevitably crushing your internal organs. They will try to squeeze behind the sofa, get completely stuck, and wait for you to rescue them. When they turn around in a hallway, their whip-like tails clear off entire coffee tables in a single, devastating sweep. They are graceful when running in an open field, but inside a house, they are beautiful, clumsy wrecking balls that will accidentally assault you with their elbows every time they try to cuddle. Number 2. Their sensitive stomachs will bankrupt you. Borzois do not just have delicate digestions. They have digestive systems designed by a paranoid aristocrat. A slight change in their kibble, a tiny crumb of dropped human food, or even a stressful car ride will result in apocalyptic diarrhea. Owners spend fortunes on specialized diets, probiotics, and pumpkin puree just to keep their dog's stomach at peace. And the flatulence? It is a silent, toxic gas that lingers in the room and forces you to evacuate your own home. You will spend an absurd amount of your life analyzing poop consistency and praying that tonight is not the night the stomach decides to violently rebel. Number 1. The heartbreak of their deep bonding. People think sighthounds are aloof, but when a Borzoi chooses you, they bind their soul to yours. They are intensely sensitive creatures that absorb your emotions. If you are sad, they will press their long bodies against you and refuse to leave. This secret is the hardest to bear because their lifespan is painfully short for a dog that takes up so much space in your heart. Owners never talk about the crushing weight of knowing this elegant, goofy, chaotic creature will shatter their world when they leave. You do not just lose a dog, you lose a piece of your shadow. It ruins you forever. So, are you brave enough to share your life with a Borzoi? Or did these secrets change your mind completely? Let me know down in the comments because I read every single one. If this video surprised you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into the hidden truths of your favorite dog breeds. See you next time!